Shalom, shalom. When y'all get in the building, hit the like button. We're going to start once I have my readers in here. Y'all just hit the like button when y'all come on in the building. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, y'all. Just give me a second and wait for the readers to get up in here. Y'all hit the like button when you step in the building so we can get started. Baba Kasha. Please. All right, we got one of them in the building. Y'all say shalom to brother Ahaya. And then we got brother Judah.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. All right. So, as y'all can see, we're gonna be talking about the Most High today, right? What the name of the Most High is. Tired of having a debate online, so it's about time we put everything to rest. Because we made it known at the beginning of 2020, we was done with the Facebookalites, with the keyboard prophets. You know what I'm saying? It's hashtag come to camp now. So if they're not gonna come to camp to settle this once and for all, we gotta make a video. Kanye, right? Shalom. You put the apostrophe in the wrong spot, but just you straight. Close enough. We're gonna talk about that today too. Shalom though. Y'all hit the like button when you come in the building so we get the notifications out there that it's real. We're gonna go ahead and get started though. Ain't no fancy elaborate introductions to this video. It's gonna be straight to the point. The water Malak Nehemiah, Soldier Nehemiah for the donation. All right, shalom, shalom. So, as y'all see, like I said, we're talking about the name of the Most High today. Obviously, if you've been in the truth for a couple of months now, you know that there's debates on what the true name is. Maybe you don't know that there's debates on what the true name is, right? Personally, when I came into the truth, and I was looking for the name of the Most High, first thing that I saw online was what they call the Tetragrammaton. Hold on, let me send this link out. So the first thing that I saw online was the Tetragrammaton, which is tetra means four, grammaton, grammar means letters, right? So that means the four letters. So this means that throughout time, right, with science, archaeology, all this different stuff that they have now, we basically have the name of the Most High, and it's been preserved in four letters, a form of four letters that they call the Tetragrammaton, right? We're going to break down all of that stuff today. Yahweh is not the name of the Most High. We're going to get into that, right? It's YAHAWAH. We'll explain why in a minute. So, as I was saying, the Tetragrammaton, the YHWH, that's the four letters that you get when you look up the name of the Most High. This is because these are the four letters of the Hebrew alphabet that make up the Most High's name, right? English scientists will tell you that these are just the four letters that make up an abbreviation of the Most High's name, but it's not really an abbreviation because the way Hebrew works, it's not a language of vowels, it's a language of consonants. If you know anything about grammar, right? Consonants and vowels are sounds. So in English, we have vowel sounds like, Ahaya, Judah, Oriah. That's what they used to teach us when we was in class, right? To clap the sounds, that's the vowel sound, right? So you got X many vowel sounds in your name. But they also have consonants, which basically allow sounds to happen, but allow other parts of the word to be left silent. So, right quick, let me bring that definition out for y'all. Then I want to show you something because a lot of a big reason why there's a misconception. Shalom Hershey. A big reason why there's a misconception as to why uh people don't really know the name of the Most High or think we don't know the name of the Most High is because people have added vowels in there where there isn't supposed to be any vowels, right? So let me show this right quick. Judah, Araya, tell me when y'all can see this on the screen. Y'all can see it? All right, cool. So it says consonant. One of y'all want to read that for me?
I got you. Consonant. It's a noun, a basic speech sound in which the breath is at least partly obstructed and which can be combined with a vowel to form a syllable, a letter representing a consonant.
Con. So, damn it. I gotta go get my Hebrew book right quick so I can show y'all something. But consonants here, right, are different than vowels. They both make sounds, but they're not the same thing. Consonants and vowels. Read this right quick and say something. Let me go grab my book for 2 seconds.
Vowels and consonants are sounds, not letters. Vowels are the loud sounds that form a nuclei, whatever that is, of each syllable, and consonants separate them. The letters B, C, D, F, J, M, N, P, Q, S, T, V, X, and Z are mainly used to spell consonants. The letters N, O are mainly used to spell vowels.
Exactly. So, what up? Tangle that. Untangle myself. Okay. Now I want to show y'all something, right? Because, fortunately, brothers and sisters don't know how their own alphabet works, which is the goal of Esau. Shalom, Captain Ma'akai in the building. So look, if y'all can see this, tell me when it's on the screen correctly. All right, look, you see that? Abba, Gada, Ha, Waza, right? All of that. These are the letters of the alphabet of Hebrew. You understand? It's not letters like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They're consonant sounds. Abba, Gada, Ha, Wa. You understand? So this has to be understood before you can go into the Hebrew to find anything out. Because if you don't understand this, whatever you find on the internet where they've enacted vowels is going to confuse you. Because the way we speak English, you can't speak English without vowels, right? This is why, let me show you, did I delete that on accident? Hold up a second, let me pull this up. Oh, I did, it's right here. All right, I want to show you something right quick, just to give you a little example of what I'm talking about. This is HebrewTestament.com. We're going to use this site a couple times. Well, a lot, right? So look, I want to show you something. First of all, this right here in the black, at the top, the bold, is what they would consider to be Assyrian Hebrew, right? This is what they say that the contemporary Hebrew derives from. This below it is the Hebrew that we are accustomed to using. This is the Paleo Hebrew, what scientists now call a form of cuneiform, which is a Proto-Canaanite or Sinaitic language that they call now, which is called now Old Canaanite. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, and I'm gonna bring that out in a second as well. This was the language that everybody on the planet spoke before the flood and after the flood until they started making their own languages. We're going to prove that in just a moment. So when you hear Hebrew Israelites say everybody on the planet spoke Hebrew, the reason we say that is because it's fact, and we're going to prove it in just a minute, right? But these are the characters that we would have been used to using. You understand what I'm saying? And as you see here below it, right, they have the Hebrew transliteration of these characters. You feel me? And it has no vowels in it. That's why the words look the way they look. You understand me? And A is in here because though they tell you that the A is a vowel, you know, they've had to make it a vowel to make certain words sound the way that they want them to sound. But in actuality, A is just the first letter, ah. You understand me? Which is the sound that it makes the consonant sound. And that's how Hebrew works. So you see when you look on Hebrew Old Testament, here we have the words, right? You see perfect here, but if that word was here, it wouldn't have an E in it. It wouldn't have an I in it. So it would just have the P, the R, the F, the C, and the T. You feel me? Because they take out all of the vowels when they write it transliterated. So I just wanted to bring that out for a second so that y'all can understand that before we continue. Now I want to show you this right quick. About the Proto-Cynatic. You've heard YAHAWAH use the term the Sinaiticus, right? Which is one of the things that we get the ancient writings from, right? Basically, it's one of the ways that they preserved our artifacts and everything. So the Sinaiticus, and it's basically derived. They call it that because of the language system that it derives from. And this basically explains that. One of y'all want to read this right quick?
You got it right.
Good.
Say Proto-Canaanite, also referred to as a Proto-Canaan. Old Canaanite or Canaanite is the name given to the Proto-Cynatic script.
So any Proto-Cynatic script, any Proto-Cynatic script is considered Old Canaanite, whether it was the Canaanites speaking it or not. You understand what I'm saying? So this is Paleo Hebrew, Phoenician, and the Canaanite languages. All are considered Proto-Cynatic. And also, before Arabic would have become what it is now, since the time of the white man taking over and adding vowels to it, it would have been considered this well. This was basically the form of all the Shemitic languages. If I was to click this Wikipedia page, it would explain that to you. All Shemitic languages was Proto-Cynatic, but you see Canaan spoke this language, and Canaan is supposed to be a Hamite, right? Canaan is also advisor to the Egyptians. So they also are telling you here, if I was to click this, that you would see a lot of the characters from the Proto-Cynatic language in the Egyptian hieroglyphs. This is because everybody was able to communicate with each other at some point. This also proves the Bible correct when it speaks about Babylon, the original, right? And how they tried to put their languages together and everything. How the Most High separated them by making different languages. This was the outshoot of that, right? Some of them were still speaking similar languages and still able to communicate with each other to a certain extent. And that's where we get this Proto-Cynatic language from. And it was Shemites being able to communicate with Hamites all at the same time. Egyptians, Canaanites, the other Shemitic people, and us, the Hebrew Israelites, all speaking Proto-Cynatic languages, and the Phoenicians, who are Canaanites. So wanted to bring that up so that y'all could understand when, because there's a lot of Israelites that'll say we use what we call the Lashawan Kadash and don't understand it or whatever because we're using a system that has no vowels, and they think that's incorrect because there isn't a language today that uses no vowels. But let's also debunk this before we get into the lesson, right? So this is no vowels in Hebrew, right? I'll read it. It says the Hebrew alphabet has no vowel letters. So vowel letters, for those of you that don't know, A-E-I-O-U. So if you're speaking Hebrew and it has an O in it, that means that you're not supposed to, you didn't say it right. You know what I'm saying? You implanted a letter that doesn't actually exist in the alphabet because what? The Hebrew alphabet has no vowel letters in it. You understand? So you can't call the Most High Yahweh because one, that's only two letters of the Tetragrammaton. You're using half of the Tetragrammaton, right? The Y and the H, and the letters that you filled in to describe the sounds of the Y and the H. One of them was a vowel, a O, which doesn't exist in the Hebrew alphabet, right? If you were to call the Most High Yahuwah, you can't do that. It's obviously an A that's supposed to be there instead of the U because what? There's no vowel letters in the Hebrew alphabet. You understand what I'm saying? So, same thing for Yahweh. E is a vowel, right? So it couldn't be Yahweh because what? There's no vowels in the Hebrew alphabet. E is a vowel. So that would mean that they have to take that letter out and replace it with something that would fit. And the only thing that you replace an E with, well, if you were to go into it and do your research, E is always replaced with the letter A. You understand what I'm saying? It was a letter, the letter E was created to fill in the letter A for Latin. That's why it was made, right? Same thing with the letter I. The letter I was created to replace the letter Y for Latin. You understand what I'm saying? They've added different letters throughout time to the alphabet for different languages, for their reasons, to hide different things from us. So now we have a full vowel-based language that everybody on the planet is used to speaking. All languages now have vowels in them. And the language that would get us back to our heritage has no vowels, making it extremely difficult for a lot of people to understand this language and to go back to it in its original form because they want to always add vowels to something that has no vowel letters in it. You understand what I'm saying? And we're going to prove that without the real name of the Most High, saying it the way it's supposed to be said, you're not going to get saved. You feel me? The name of the Most High is also for the elect. Everybody's not going to be given the true name. That's why you have to be careful who you're learning from and who's teaching you what. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you're getting the wrong name, or even better, if you're being taught that the name of the Most High doesn't matter, you could call him Yo Play Yogurt and Jalapeno Pepper if you feel like it. Then you're being taught extremely wrong, and that's against the scriptures. We're going to prove it today. So, I just wanted to put all of that out there so that y'all would know where this is coming from. So could they not pronounce E, O, U, etc.? They could not pronounce that. In fact, let's bring that up since somebody asked before we get into the lesson. Let me see. Let's go back to no vowels in Hebrew. I want to show you something. Listen to the response here. One of you brothers read this for me. Can you see it, first of all? Or do I need to zoom in?
It's good.
All right. Somebody read the question. Check this out.
All right. The question is, when I was a kid, I went to Hebrew school and learned the Hebrew letters and the vowels. But when it came time for my bar mitzvah and I started learning to read the Torah, I noticed that there aren't actually any vowels in the Torah.
Oh, wait. He said what?
I noticed that there aren't actually any vowels in the Torah.
And mention, Slakia, and mind you, he mentioned the bar mitzvah, right? So that lets you know that this is a Jewish man, right? He's telling you that there isn't even any vowels in his Torah, and we know that they've created things like Talmud, the Kabbalah, all these different things that they've been able to implant words into. They still haven't found a way to implant any vowels in the Torah because you would have to literally change everything, right? This is why the brothers said what they said in the prologue to Sirach, right? That when you transliterate things and put them into another tongue, they don't have the same strength in them. You understand what I'm saying? This is the reason why. Now listen and pay attention to what the fake Jew says he has to do, since he's used to a language with vowels, aka A, E, I, O, U, Yod, Haid, Wad, Haid, right? That's what they call it. So check this out. Read that. Keep reading that.
Con. I noticed that there aren't actually any vowels in the Torah, and I had to memorize the pronunciation of every word.
Yeah, to what?
Memorize the pronunciation of every word.
So he has to memorize the pronunciation of every word. These people are used to speaking with vowels, and they're being taught so that they can say the things in the prayers correctly in the Torah, not to even speak it with vowels. They have to literally memorize the pronunciation of words. That's what they do. They sit in the temple, this little synagogue, all day long on Saturday, memorizing words. That's what they're doing, reciting these songs and stuff. They're not reciting anything. They're reciting the words of the scripture over and over and over again so that they can memorize the pronunciation. Because naturally, their tongue with vowels doesn't allow them to say the words correctly. This is how you know that these aren't the real people. They don't say the Most High's name, not because they don't want to disrespect him. They say Hashem because many of them can't remember the pronunciation of the word. Naturally, it would come out as Yahawa or Jehovah because that's the natural vowels that are used in their natural language, right? Their natural dialects. They don't use dialects made of consonants. They use dialects made of vowel sounds. You understand what I'm saying? So this right here proves it. They have to memorize the pronunciations of the word. Now read the reply.
Can I read that last sentence?
Oh, yeah. Slack, you read that last sentence. This is funny.
Yeah, right. He says, why is that? Is it just to make it super hard to become a Jewish adult?
Right. You understand me? So to become a Jewish adult, right? A convert, you understand me? They have to memorize the pronunciation of the words that our ancestors and forefathers spoke because we spoke in a language and a dialect with no vowels and consonants. This is why to this day, even though brothers and sisters been in America for years, we still say words incorrectly in a way that they would say, isn't proper English. The reason why is because we have naturally created this thing called ebonics, right? Which naturally takes away vowels from words. You know why? Because we're the people who naturally spoke a language without vowels. We spoke with consonants. That's why we always abbreviate everything, because it's naturally in our spirit to do so. It's in our natural dialect, which is Hebrew. So go ahead and read the reply. And then we can get on with the lesson.
Could you scroll up a little bit?
Oh, so
the comments coming.
Yeah. Picture not as big as mine.
All right. Reply. The truth is that while there are no vowels actually written in the Torah, it is not accurate to say that the Torah has no vowels.
Now watch what she's gonna say, because this is what they teach their people, to let them think or make them think that they are really the people of the Bible, because it's not, as you saw, it doesn't take much for them to realize, hey, I can't really pronounce none of the damn words in the Torah. How are we the people that wrote this? I have to memorize the pronunciation of the words because I literally can't pronounce it. My tongue won't let me pronounce this word correctly. I have to say Torah because I can't say Tarara. I have to say Hashem because Hashem is too difficult for me. Yahawa is even harder. You know what I'm saying? This is the people that are have taken our identity. This is what they have to do in order to memorize our words and recite our prayers and everything like that, right? The stupidity of our people. So, let's get into the lesson. Give me Proverbs 30:4. Oh yes, I like it, y'all. I forgot to say this. Become a Patreon member, right? Pictures, podcasts, videos, behind the scenes footage, Sons of Thunder Israelites, a Patreon, right? The link is in the description box. If you want to donate, if you want to become a member, hit the link in the description box. We also got, the different ways to donate in the description box as well. So with that being said, y'all go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon. Like I tell you every week, there's going to be videos that we can't put on here no more, especially as time goes on. They're going to be monitoring us more and more. So be mindful of that. I see we got a lot more people in here than we did before. Y'all hit the like button when y'all come in the building, Baba Kasha, because we don't get paid in money, we get paid in likes. All right. So Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 30 and verse 4. Who have ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who have gathered the wind in his fist? Who have bound the waters in a garment? Who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name, and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
Barak about you, and give me Amos 3:7. So look,
3:7.
Yeah, come. So y'all heard what the brother just said, right? Ahaya just explained to you guys that we're supposed to know what the Most High's name is. That was a question, and it's not rhetorical. If you read in the scriptures, by the time you get to Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4, you're supposed to know what the Most High's name is and what his son's name is, if you could tell, right? That's another cut for your Old Testament Negroes. Even in the OT, you got to know what the son name is. Check. All right. So just wanted to put that out there. So look, what you got to do is this, right? Now is the time to be asking yourself, what is the name of the Most High, right? We're going to ask ourselves a couple rhetorical, or they're going to be rhetorical tonight, but I want y'all to be answering the questions in your mind as we ask them, right? Because the scriptures always talk about how we're supposed to know the Most High's name. So the fact that we have doctrines out there in Israel where there's multiple names for the Most High, that's not acceptable. Because there isn't even multiple names for the Most High in Christianity. They either got Jehovah or Yahweh, and they tell you that they mean the same thing. Just call them God or Lord. If you believe in Jesus, you know what I'm saying? They all believe in Jesus. They ain't calling, they'll say Yeshua or Yahusha, whichever one, depending on who you're talking to. But they'll tell you at the end of the day, Yahshua, Yahusha still means Jesus, right? So why is it that the Hebrew Israelites, the ones that's supposed to be about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, why we got Yahawa, Yahawa, Yaho, Yah, Yahweh, like, bruh, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya, we're gonna get on that today too. We're gonna that's gonna be destroyed by the end of this video. And then for Hamashiach Yahawashi, we got Yahawashi, we got Jesus, we got Yahshua, Yahusha, and Yashaya. And we're gonna dismantle that as well. So second Esdras, Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Give me that. All right, give me Luke 8 and 17 right quick.
The book of Amos.
My bad. Make sure you try to get your pen, your pad, good internet connection. You understand what I'm saying? These are the things that you're gonna need for this lesson. Because after today, don't want no more emails. How do you break down the name of the Most High? Right? Because y'all still be sending emails to y'all all about how to precept your Bible, and he got videos up there. Y'all don't need to be asking us questions for stuff we got videos for. Watch the videos. Learn to break down by doing the work yourself. You know what I'm saying? Study to show yourself approved. Don't make us have to send you the lesson because you didn't want to watch the video. It was too long for you. You feel me? So get your notepad out. Get your highlighters like the brothers got. You understand what I'm saying? Get your pens. Mark up your Bibles. And let's get into this lesson. Go ahead. Read that.
The book of Amos chapter 3, verse 7. Surely the Most High Yahawa will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
See, he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets, man. So it's shouldn't be a secret that the name of the Most High is what it is. We're gonna get into it, right? But it's a secret now because the white man has basically changed the name, right? He went in there, changed the image, changed the picture, took down our Most High and put up an image of Zeus, right? Took down Yahawashi, put up Cesare Borgia, changed his name to Jesus, and gave us the Lord God. And by the way, Lord God is the name that the Swarts, or not the Swarts, the Scandinavians used to call their God, right? So after Jake got kicked from that land, Scandinavian, the Dutch people, the white folks, Esau that came over there and took over that land, Vikings and stuff like that, they went in, they started calling their God the Lord God. When you go into the history of that, that's who Odin became, the god of the what are they called? Not the Vikings, but the other people, the Danes. You understand me? So they had the Greek people. They had right, it's Renaissance religion. The Greek people had they had Olympus and Zeus, right? And the Danes had Valhalla and Odin. You understand me? That was their heaven's name and the God's name. So they replaced that for us. They took away the Most High Yahawa in our Jerusalem, right? And replaced it with either Olympus and Zeus or Valhalla and Odin. So we have to understand that with those misconceptions and everything and those false understandings that they've put out amongst our people, we still come into the truth kind of with those mindsets. And that's where we fall off at. You understand what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the language. Y'all come in thinking that, okay, the name of Jesus had a J in it, and an I, and an S, and a U. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Yeshua or his real name in Hebrew should have all those things in it too. You know what I'm saying? When brothers come out here and we tell you, nah, Hebrew has no vowels in it. when you look on the internet and the internet's telling you, nah, Hebrew has no vowels in it. You're still trying to input vowels. Making lessons saying, well, it's no vowel, but we have to input the vowel because it make a vowel sound. Well, then that's not a consonant. Hebrew is supposed to be a language of, it's a language based off consonant sounds, not vowels. So which Hebrew are you teaching? Are you teaching contemporary Hebrew or are you teaching Paleo Hebrew? That's why there's two different names. We spoke Paleo. Contemporary is in its most original form is called Yiddish, right? It's not even Hebrew. It's Aramaic and German put together, Yiddish. You feel me? And y'all are using that, implementing it, and then trying to teach our people that that's our language. That's not the truth. So we can use it, but it's not our language. It's not what our ancestors used, if you want to be honest and frank. Because even to this day, Esau still tells you on his internet that the language of Hebrew, ancient or non-ancient, is supposed to have no vowels in it or vowel letters, right? So if you got a U or an O or an E or an I in your stuff, you ain't doing it right. Give me Luke 8 and 17. And Judah, go ahead and hold, or whoever gonna get Luke and 17, get that, and then whoever not gonna get Second Ezra chapter 2 and 45.
You get Luke. Second Ezra what?
2 and 45. I need Luke first.
You said 2 and 45?
Yeah, 2 and 45. 45. You got Luke, all right? Yeah, go ahead, get that.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad.
Right. So if the name of the Most High is hid, because this camps out there teaching, we don't know the name of the Most High. It's all these black Hebrew Israelites, YAHAWAH, but it say that the name of the Most High not gonna be hid. So what are you talking about? Is the Most High lying here? Did he lie? So we have to make this clear. The name of the Most High was taught to the prophets. It was taught to the name of the Most High was taught to, you know what? Let's get there right quick. Y'all gonna have me start in Exodus, but the name of the Most High was given before Exodus. I'm gonna hold it for a second. We're gonna get into that in a second, though, before I repeat. So go ahead and get second Exodus. We're gonna just continue like that. But I'm gonna show you that, right? Before we get into the Exodus part to break down the Yahawa versus Ahaya thing, I'm gonna prove to y'all that the name of the Most High was given in the book of Genesis before Exodus. It's always been known what the name of the Most High was. Just brothers don't pay attention and look for it, right? We're also going to show you that I am and Lord are going to be in the same sentence multiple times in multiple verses, which means if Ahaya is I am and Lord is Yahawa, the Tetragrammaton, right? Then they can't be in the same sentence and still mean one of them is or both of them is the name of the Most High. If they're in the same sentence, that means only one of them is distinctively being made and recognized as the name of the Most High God, right? So we're going to prove today emphatically multiple times how that's possible and which name it was that is actually the name of the Most High. And we're going to get into Yahawashi a little bit as well. So let's get it. Second Ezra chapter 2, verse 45.
It's the book of Second Ezra chapter 2 and verse 45. He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh. Now are they crowned and receive palms.
Come on. You understand me? Now are they crowned and receive palms, right? Keep going.
Verse 46. Then said I unto the angel, what young person is that crowneth them and give them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, it is the son of Yahweh, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Most High.
So you see, in 45, we confessed the name of the Most High. In 47, we stood stiffly for the name of the Son and confessed the name unto the world. So with this right here, you know what I'm saying? And we know that from prior experience, you know what I'm saying, going over the Old Testament stuff, this same prophet Ezra also prophesied the name of Hamashiach Yahawashi, right? We know that. We brought it out just 2 weeks ago. You understand me? By name. They've put it in the Bible as Jesus, but we know that he would have had the real name because it couldn't have been Jesus. The letter J was made 1524. So, had to be Yahawashi here, right? And we're going to prove that. But with that being said, he says the name right here to a T. He knows the name of Yahawashi. Why wouldn't he know the name of the Most High as well? Right? He said that these people that are going to receive palms, receive those palms for standing stiffly for the name of the Most High. Now, there's a camp out there that'll tell you standing stiffly for the name of the Most High just means that you preach the word. Right? All you got to do is teach the word of God. Don't matter what name you use. Just teach the word, and you're standing stiffly for the Most High. But read it again. Read 45.
Verse 45. He answered and said unto me, these be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal.
So the law, the word of God, is you following the law, putting on that is you taking off the immortal clothing. Taking off the mortal clothing and putting on the immortal, right? So that's you following the law. Keep going.
And have confessed the name of Yahawa.
And have what?
Confessed the name of Yahawa.
So this is talking about two different things. So these people actually did confess the name of the Most High Yahawa, right? Because it was given to them. Jump down to 47 now.
Verse 47. So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of Yahawa whom they have confessed in the world.
Oh, because in 46 he also asked, well, who's the man crowning him? And he said it's the Son of Yahawa who they also confessed into the world, right? We know that the world is the Israelites because we're supposed to go into the four corners of the world teaching unto our people, right, what the truth is. But we also know that the heathen are going to hear the name of the Most High too, which is why you got white men on the internet. The Most High's name is Yahawa. Don't let nobody Yahweh. Ain't no because they're learning from us. They're doing the Farrakhan thing, right? Watching our videos in their spare time and going back and teaching their people. You feel? And passing around the collection plate. So I brought this scripture out because it needs to be known and understood that we as a people, if you're trying to be part of the 144,000 elect, you have to be confessing the name of the Most High to the people. If you're teaching that the name doesn't matter, you don't have to call the name. We're going to prove today that that's not biblical and that you're leading the sheep astray, right? Give me Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. And Judah, 1 Chronicles chapter 17, 24. Go ahead.
The book of Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father.
Baptizing them how?
In the name of the Father.
We know us baptizing, right? It's not by the washing of it's not by water, but the washing of the word, right? So we're supposed to literally wash our minds with the name of the Father, is what this says right here, right? If you're trying to be one of the elect, you have to wash your mind with the name of the Most High. This has to be a name that you know like the back of your hand, right? Not, you can call them many names. You can call them whatever you want. Yo play, yogurt, jalapeno, pepper, yada, yada. You feel me? You can't call them that. You can only call him the name that he's giving you to call him on, right? This name that's supposed to be baptized or that you're supposed to be baptized in, right? The name that we're supposed to be preaching to the world, baptizing them in the name of the Father. You understand me? What you got, Judah? You got 1 Chronicles?
Go
ahead. And Araya, give me Psalm 33:18. These are questions I want you to ask yourself before we get into this. This ain't the lesson yet. We almost there. Go ahead, Ak.
This is 1 Chronicles chapter 17, verse 24. Let it even be established that my name may be magnified forever, saying, the Most High of hosts is the power of Israel, even the power to Israel. And let the house of David, thy servant, be established before thee.
So the name of the Most High is supposed to be magnified forever, man. How we still on earth right now? We're in the last days, supposed to be teaching the people, right? That they the Israelites, that they're supposed to come back to their law, statutes, and commandments that their God gave them, right? He's the God of Israel and none else. The only families on the earth that he's known as Israel and none else. How are we supposed to teach all them this stuff and not even teach them the name of the Most High? What sense does that make? You understand what I'm saying? What sense does that make? And then, if you are teaching the name of the Most High, but you're teaching the wrong name, how helpful are you being to the sheep?
Right.
Right? Because check this out. Give me Psalm 33:18.
The book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 18.
And Julie, give me Proverbs 18:10. Check this out.
Say, behold, the eye of Yahawa is upon them that fear him,
Mm-hmm.
upon them that hope and mercy.
Yeah. How you supposed to hope and mercy, man, without the name of the Most High? You gonna hope on God? Everybody calls somebody God. The brother who called himself Black on 125th Street selling bean pies right now, he's saying, "Hey, what's up, God?" to every brother that walked past him on the street. "What's up, Lord? What's good, King? You want to buy one of these bean pies, brother? 5 cents." You feel what I'm saying? He's calling you God on the street. So how can you call the Most High that? Go ahead.
Yeah, you want to say Proverbs, or you want to?
Oh, no. Keep going. Psalm 33. Read to 21.
Verse 19. To deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine.
So how are we supposed to have our soul delivered, man? How are we supposed to stay alive through famine if you ain't got the name of the Most High to call on, right? People getting worried about Jacob trouble coming. How are you supposed to get past all this stuff without knowing the name of the Most High? You gonna call on God? You gonna call the same name that the dude down the street been calling you for 20 years every time he see you? With his bow tie on and no beard? Really? Go ahead.
Verse 20. Our soul waiteth for Yahawa. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name.
Well, Garrett Garner, I'm going to prove to you that there's no such thing as a Yahweh and a Yahawashi, right? I'm going to prove that. If you want to continue to watch the videos, you can. But I'm also going to prove that if you continue to call him Yahweh or Yahawashi, you're not actually calling on nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Prayers are going to continue to not be answered because it's the wrong name. This is going to be proven if you stick around. You feel me? Hey, well, let the Most High guide you. Just stick with the lesson and everything will make sense. All right? Just pay attention and everything will make sense. So give me keep reading on that. Read it 21.
Verse 21. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name.
Yeah, we have trusted in his holy name. Y'all hold the questions. We will answer all of these questions that y'all are asking right now. Just hold on and pay attention, because we ain't even got to the dang part that we're supposed to get into yet. Just hold on. Read that again up.
This is a book of Psalms, chapter 33, verse 21. For our soul shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name.
We've trusted in his holy name. We all know what holy means, right? Holy means set apart. So that means the Most High has one name and one name only that you're supposed to trust in. If you're calling upon the wrong name, if you got the wrong characters and you're pronouncing the name incorrectly, that means you don't have the right name to trust in, right? Give me Proverbs 18:10.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 10. The name of the Most High is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
The name of the Most High is a strong tower, right? The righteous runneth into it and are safe. How are you supposed to run into the tower of the Most High if you don't have the right name?
That's right. That's right.
How are you supposed to save yourself from death if you don't have the correct name to save yourself from? You have no tower, no hedge of protection, because you're calling him by a name that doesn't fully exist, right? What I said earlier about the name Yahawa, the brother must not have been on, but I was telling you that the Tetragrammaton, right? YHWH, we have consonant sound alphabet in Hebrew, Proto-Cynatic, right? So it makes the sounds A, Ba, Ga, Ya, Wa. You understand me? That's how the letters go in the alphabet. It's not A, B, C, D. It's A, Ba, Ga, Ya. You understand me? So we also brought out that there's no vowel letters in Hebrew. O is a vowel letter in every single language, period, right? Let me show you this. Do I have that up here? I don't. I'm gonna read this to you though. Hold up a second. Let me read this because I don't have it on the computer. All right. It says, hold on. Let me put it. Let me make it so y'all can see me. I don't know if y'all can see that, but you see the eyes and stuff right there, right? You see the circles? This is going to explain the I and the letter O and how it came to be. Because I saw somebody asking us how we use the I, right? Let me bring this out right quick. Then we're going to get into the name. So it says, the Egyptian hieroglyph, remember as I spoke to you guys before, I told you, let me bring this back up. I told you about the Proto-Cynatic, right? All the brothers and sisters that use the words O, Yaho, Yahuwah, Yahweh, anything like that, Yahawa, they're all using words that don't exist in the language, right? Proto-Cynatic. Let's read it again. Proto-Canaanite, also referred to as Proto-Canaan, Old Canaanite, or Canaanite, is the name given to the Proto-Cynatic script when found in Canaan. However, the Phoenician, Hebrew, and Canaanite dialects were largely indistinguishable before the 11th century BC. So, again, all of us spoke the same language, right? Before the Most High split it up and really made the languages indistinguishable. You understand? But the reason why you see these eyes look the way they do is because the eye was the shape of an eye, or the symbol of an eyeball was what you would use to make the letter I before, right? And then it became a circle once the Phoenicians came in. We're going to read that. So it says the Egyptian hieroglyph of an I, 2000 BC. In hieroglyphic writing, this picture denoted the word I, as in the letter I, for the word I, as in I myself, right? Or other possible words. Memorable in appearance, the I symbol would inspire the Semitic invention of an alphabet picture letter, which is why we had, sort of like pictures in our original alphabet. If you go and look into the Paleo Hebrew alphabet, this is the way that all Proto-Cynatic languages and their alphabets work. This is why Phoenician, Hebrew, and Canaanite and Egyptian, to an extent, were all indistinguishable languages until the 11th century BC, right? Hence why they're speaking to you at the beginning of this from the standpoint of the Egyptian hieroglyph, right? Moving on. It says, with the Semitic name and a new phonemic meaning, right? The Semitic letter ayin, or anya, right, for I, is the I, from the sandstone carved inscription Al-Sarib el-Kadim in Western Sinai from perhaps 750 BC. One of our oldest extant examples of anya, or ayin, is the letter clearly shows its depth to the Egyptian hieroglyph, meaning it looks just like the Egyptian hieroglyph. You understand me? It's the circle. Then it says it clearly, yeah, okay. So it says Anya represented a harsh throat sound, a consonant, right? I, harsh throat sound, I. And it's a consonant. It's a sound, I sound, right? Eyeball. So, which was also the first sound in the letter's name, but is usually omitted in English transliterations, right? So, Anya or Ayin, right? That's how they're trying to say. They're saying that the rest of it is omitted in English translation. So you just say I. In Hebrew, we say Anya, right? That's how you would say I. So they're saying, so 3, it says now the Phoenician Anya or Ayin in the letter form came from 1000 BC, the letter still meant I, or I myself. It was still represented by a circle. It said the Phoenicians, though they used the shape of the Egyptian hieroglyph, but the shape had by now been reduced to a circle with no iris. So now it's just a circle. This is why on HebrewOldTestament.com, you're going to see it labeled as a circle, because they're taking it from the Phoenicians' time period of the Proto-Canaanite, and we're going to prove that, right? This is why you spell Yahawashi with the circle on the end to represent the eye, because it's representing the eye of the eyeball that comes from this Proto-Canaanite language system, right? Now I'm going to show you where the O comes from. It says for Greek letter O, later to be known as Omicron or little o, from the inscription of about 725 BC. So the letter O that you put in Yah-O has only been around since 725 BC. And we know that the name Yahawa has been around way before then. So now you have to tell me what the name was before the letter O came into existence, because it wasn't there before 725 BC. Moses is before 725 BC. What was he calling the Most High if he wasn't calling his name Yah-O? If the only circular symbol for a character in the letter alphabet was a I making sound up until 725 BC. This is what I'm trying to show you. So if you're going back into Paleo Hebrew, the letter O wouldn't make the I sound. I mean, it wouldn't make the O sound anyway for you to say Yah-O or Yahawa. It would only make the sound Yahai, right? It would be Yahaya. You understand what I'm saying? Because the O would make the I sound up until the Greeks took over, which is why now we have a Greek alphabet and it's the O makes the O sound. It's going to tell you. It says 725 BC, although the Greek letter copied the Phoenician shape of the circle and it had the same number place of being number 16, the Greeks revalued the symbol to mean the vowel sound O. So now the circle means vowel sound O. Does everybody understand that? So the original sound of the O letter was not O, it was I, which is why, let me just go ahead and show you, which is why Hebrew Old Testament, if we go to Joshua, which we know is supposed to be what Yahshua or Yeshua means, which is supposed to be the name of Yahawashi, right? In its English German form, we see it right here. Yahawashi. I. And it's an O symbol. Do you see that? So now that we've got that out the way, you can't say O. There's no Yahoo, there's no Yahawa, because the letter O back during the time that we got the name would have made the I sound. Do you understand that? Was that too difficult to understand, brothers?
La.
Okay.
It's gonna be high now.
So now that we got one of the names out the way, let's jump into Ahaya. Before we do, give me Romans chapter 10, verse 12, if you will, one of y'all brothers. And another brother, the one that doesn't get it, give me Exodus 3 and 14.
You said 10 and 12 for Romans. You already got it all right?
He does not hear your prayers through your requests, Nomad. You named after the brother from Ghost Recon. But but look, brethren, we're spending our time discussing the Most High's name. Yes, that's what we're supposed to be doing. Spending our time discussing the Most High's name. He's gonna make me jump off topic. Give me John chapter 17, verse 6, so we can get into the lesson and stop Nomad right quick. Here, Nomad, if anybody else that feels the way Nomad's feeling, that we shouldn't have to be arguing about the name of the Most High, because he hears your prayers regardless when you come into the truth and start following the law. Let me show you how that's a lie. Okay? John chapter 17, verse 6.
That's the book of John, 17, verse 6.
Go ahead, read it.
I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world.
I have what?
I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world.
He has manifested his name, right? Thy name, the Most High's name, to the people who he gave to Hamashiach Yahawashi from the world. Israel. So if you a prophet that's woke up to this truth, Israel, Yasha'Allah, Yasharah, whatever you want to call yourself, you have to know the name that was made manifest to the prophets. Do you understand that? Adawan says, anyone not interested or unwilling to submit to the education being presented in the class can leave or be removed. Straight like that. Pyum, pyum. You understand? Yeah. So, Romans chapter 10, verse 12.
This is Romans chapter 10, verse 12. For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek. For the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him.
Come, keep going.
For whosoever shall call upon the name of the Most High shall be saved.
Who shall what?
Whosoever shall call upon the name of the Most High shall be saved.
So who shall ever call upon the name of the Most High shall be saved. How you gonna be saved if you don't know the name of the Most High? If you think it's Yahweh or Yah, you only said 2 of the 4 letters of the Tetragrammaton. And as we said, the letters, according to Hebrew, right, wouldn't be just letters, but they would actually be the name. Because letters in Hebrew are consonants. They make sounds, just like your name does, right? Your name is made because in English, we have letters that make vowel sounds, right? So my name's Allah Ya Allah because of the A, L, you know what I'm saying? All the letters. But in Hebrew, it's the letters themselves that make sounds, consonants. So the Ya, Ha, Wa, right? YHWH, Yahawa, Ha, right? And it tells you that the last letter is silent. Right? Why? Because of the consonant sounds. It explained that to you when we were reading the consonant part. So that's why we don't say YAHAWAH, we say YAHAWAH. You understand? And it tells you that the ending word, the ending letter, it would be absorbed by a breath. So Yahawa, Yahawa, Yahawa. That's the name. But we're gonna prove it. So keep reading out Romans.
Verse 14. How then shall they call upon him? Slakia. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed?
Mm-hmm.
And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard?
Come.
And how,
Keep going.
Slakia. And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring glad tidings of good things.
Come on, that's it. So look, you have to know the name of the Most High. Only way you're gonna learn the name of the Most High is by people that know the name of the Most High and have done the research, right? Coming to teach you the name of the Most High. So that's what we're here to do today. Brother asked before we get into it, did Yahawashi say Allah? Well, I know that a phrase that all Israelites, including Hamashiach Yahawashi, refer to his father as is Allah Shad Yah, which is where Muhammad got the name Allah from, which means power almighty. But when he heard the Israelites say Allah Shad Yah, because back then we wouldn't give the name of the Most High to heathens. You understand me? So Muhammad never got Yahawa from the Israelites that he met on his camel driving trips. If you go and do the research, he got Allah Shad Yah, which is powers almighty, right? Which is why he thinks the name of the Most High is Allah, which is why Allah has become a title for the Most High now. My name's Allah. Allah, Ya Allah. You understand? Most High is my power, or the power is my power. Yahawa is my power. And to shorten it, because of consonants, I just call myself Al Ya Al. Now, Exodus chapter 3 and 14. What you've all been waiting for. Yahawa versus Ahaya.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 3 and verse 14. And the
Hold
Most
on.
High.
Shala. I gotta do this so y'all can see it. we don't want no. That ain't what I'm looking for. We don't want. I clicked the wrong thing. We don't want no misconceptions being done today. By the end of this class, y'all gonna know what the Most High name is. All right. Exodus 3 and 14. Do y'all see it? We got Assyrian Hebrew, or what they call modern Hebrew, contemporary Hebrew. We got the Paleo Hebrew, Lashawan Kadash, so you know we didn't make it up. Because some of you YAHAWAhites and YAHWAhites and YAHlites like to say we made the language, but here it is right in your face, sprayed like mace on the internet for everybody to see, right? And here it is with no vowels because there's no vowel letters in Hebrew, hence why you see Yasharal. But because of I want to make something clear, they also have V's and U's in here. So don't be simple, Israel. We know that there's no V's and U's in English, but they have to, in Hebrew, but they have to do this because it's being written in English right here. So replace the letters with what you know they should be replaced to it. The V should be a W and the U should be a, right? Or vice versa. So yeah, vice versa. So just understand that, right? Here we go. Read it. Exodus 3 and 14.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 3 and verse 14. And the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you.
We on HebrewOldTestament.com for anybody wondering. So as it says, I am what I am, and if you say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me unto you. Right? So, brothers and sisters, sit here. That's the name of the Most High. That's it. It's done. Final. Set forth. That's it. Right? But the question is, where is the Tetragrammaton in this sentence? Where is the Tetragrammaton at? The whole world knows that the Most High's name is supposed to be labeled as the Tetragrammaton. So where's the Tetragrammaton at? In I am, right? For those of you asking, Ahaya, where did they get that from, right? Ashar, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. You understand me? If you can fill in the words, this is Ahaya, right? AHYH. Ashar is this. ASHAR, right? This U is supposed to be a Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya, Ashar, right? Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya. I am that I am. You understand me? So that's what we're talking about. Say unto the children of Israel, right? That's what you understand. So y'all can see, y'all can put two and two together, right? Now, let's go to Exodus 19 and 3, because the question would be, when Moses goes and goes down the mount, what would it be? What would the name be that he called the Most High, right? If the name of the Most High is I am, then we should be using the name I am, right? You should see Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya, or at least Ahaya in the next verse, right? Another thing before we move on that I want you guys to understand is that just like in English, there's tenses in Hebrew. You understand me? There's first person tense, second person tense, third person tense, etc. You feel? So let's say, for example, me and Araya talking, right? And I'm talking to him about Judah, right? And I'm talking to him about Judah, and instead of saying he when I reference Judah, I say I. Now, does Araya think I'm talking about Judah, or does he think I'm talking about myself if I say I, even though I'm referencing Judah? He would think I'm talking about myself, right? So what people got to understand is, if the angel here who is representing who is representing Yahawa is saying I am that I am has sent you, right? He's talking about himself. He's saying you could tell them I am. And when he said that, the way it was supposed to be translated was that Moses knew, okay, you are, or you exist. When he's saying I am that I am, he's saying I exist. That's my name. I'm here. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to tell them I, who is here, have sent them, right? So he's going to say, oh, okay. So you that exist has sent them, right? He that is to be has sent me unto you. You understand what I'm saying? Not I am, because if Moses goes down the mountain and says I am, he's telling the people I sent myself unto you, right? So he can't go back and say Ahaya, Ahaya, because then he's talking about himself. He's speaking in the first person. You understand? So the same way that there's tenses in English, right, is the same way there's tenses in Hebrew. Because as we proved earlier, Hebrew's the first language. Everybody used to speak it. So all of their grammar rules, whether they added vowels or not, still based and derived from a consonant-based language. You understand what I'm saying? So let's get it. Exodus chapter 19, verse 3. Let me move this down. Exodus, I'm not even going to kid myself with that. Exodus 19 and 3. All right, go ahead.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 19 and verse 3. And Moses went up unto the Most High, and Yahawa called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel.
Okay, so it says, Moses went up unto God and the Lord, right? Now, we know that Lord, right, is represented by the Tetragrammaton. So, right quick, let me show you all the Tetragrammaton for brothers and sisters that don't know what that is. Tetragrammaton. So look, tetra, as I said before, means four. Grammaton, grammar is letters. So 4 letters, right? You got Y, H, W, H, right? I know that because we got English letters, this is confusing because this look like an F and this look like an E, this look like a Y, but actually this is the Y, right? Your Y, if you look, you got it, it's like turned sideways. This your H, it got an extra line, but it's turned, kind of at an angle. That's the H. Come on, Google. So like, yeah, my finger pressed the button. All right. So you got, yeah, the H is like turned sideways a little bit. This is your W, right? It used to be just a regular U. You understand me? That they recently turned into the letter V, and they made the U more, U shape. And then we got the H again. Moving down, this is I believe a different version of this, probably closer to Phoenician. Same characters, and then we have contemporary, right? They completely changed it. You got this little Yod, Hey, Wah, Hey. You understand me? That's how they say that. Even in contemporary Hebrew, it's not YHWH, it's Yod Hey Wav Hey, because they're even trying to make now instead of a consonant sound, it's a vowel sounding language. Or it's a consonant language that uses vowels, which doesn't make sense. Because vowels and consonants are supposed to be two different things. You feel me? They're not supposed to be used together. They're supposed to be used, separately. So that's the Tetragrammaton, right? So wherever the Most High's name is, it's supposed to be these 4 letters. And it means he exists or he to be, because, he is second tense. I is first person. If I'm talking about another person and that person is a male, I would say he, right? So anytime I reference the Most High, since I'm not the Most High, I would have to say he. You understand what I'm saying? So the he would be Yah. That's what Yah is. Yah means he, Y-A, right? And Hawa, to be or exist, whichever word you want to put there. So he exists or he to be. You understand me? That's what this is. He to be. He exists. Yahawaha. Yahawa. So that's the Tetragrammaton. Uh, do. That was Exodus 13 and 9. I mean 19 and 3. I'm wilding. Exodus 20 and 1 now. Give me Exodus chapter 20, verse 1.
It's the book of
Shalom,
Exodus.
y'all. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Go ahead.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1.
And Judah get Exodus 33 and 1. Go ahead, Ak.
And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am Yahawa, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
I'm gonna stay here. All right. So verse 2, right, says, I am the Lord thy God, right? So what y'all should see here, I am is supposed to be Ahaya, right? And the Lord is supposed to be the Lord's name from what I just showed you. Now, if Ahaya is I am, because that's what they all teach you, Ahaya is I am, right? Put a 1 in the chat if when you heard the word Ahaya, you was taught that Ahaya means I am. Put a 1 in the chat. Judah, Araya, was y'all taught that too? That like Ahaya means I am, right? Okay. Let me wait to see if they're gonna participate. Okay, come. All right, so look, I am, as I showed you in the last screen, it's supposed to be Ahaya, right? Ashar Ahaya. I am that I am. But I also told you that Anya or Ayin was the name that we originally had for I, right? Now, this says Anya. Anya. Yahawa. What? Anya Yahawa. Let's let's try to find it up here. On a N, that's your K, that's your Y, right? On Yahawa. Where's Ahaya? Can somebody tell me that? Where did Ahaya go? How did it disappear that fast? We still in the book of Exodus. So Exodus 3:14, the angel saying, I am that I am. Tell them I am that I am have sent me unto you. But we in Exodus 20, and he's saying, I am Yahawa thy power. Right? Anya Yahawa Allah power. You understand me? He's giving it to you, bro. This is the name right here. And we're gonna show this to you. We're gonna show this to you in the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm gonna bring it out. I have some of them. Thanks to YAHAWAH, showed me where they was. So keep this in mind. This is the first cut for Ahaya, right? Judy, you got Exodus 33 and 1?
Yes, sir.
Let's wait. Let me get to it. Exodus 33. All right, 1. Go ahead, read that. Read the 5.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 33, verse 1. And the Most High said unto Moses, depart and go up hence.
Okay, wait, hold up. All right.
You going?
Hold up.
All
right. I just want to show them the Most High name right here. Y'all see that? YHWH YAHAWAH Yahawa, right? Tetragrammaton, 4 letters. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to start over. Exodus 33 and 1. And the Most High said unto Moses, depart and go up hence, thou and the people which thou hast brought up out of the land of Egypt, unto the land which I swear unto Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, saying, unto thy seed will I give it. And I will send an angel before thee, and I will drive out the Canaanite, the Amorite, the Hittite, and the Perizzite, the Hivite, and the Jebusite, unto a land flowing with milk and honey. For I will not go up in the midst of thee, for thou art a stiff-necked people, lest I consume thee in the way. And when the people heard these evil tidings, they mourned, and no man did put on him his ornaments, Salakia. For the Most High had said unto Moses, say unto the children of Israel, ye are a stiff-necked people. I will come up into the midst of thee in a moment and consume thee. Therefore now put off thy ornaments from thee, that I may know what to do unto thee.
For the Lord, for Yahawa. You see that?
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it out there for you. Let's get Leviticus chapter 18, verse 2. Show you again. All right. Oh, damn. I clicked the button. Hold up. It's a lot. Okay, it's down. Sorry. Here we go. All right. What I just said, Leviticus 18 and 2. You got it?
Con.
Go ahead.
Book of Leviticus chapter 18, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, I am Yahawa, your power.
Right? And I want to show y'all something, right? Just to show you that the white man always knew what the name of the Most High was, right? And they changed it on purpose. You see Jehovah here, right? The name that they can't pronounce. You see Yahweh here, the easier version of the name that they can't pronounce. And then you got the Lord here, right? And then you got YHVH, right? That's Allahayim, for those of y'all that don't know. Anytime they put the K, it's supposed to be the YAM, the yum for the plural. I don't know why they put a K. I can't understand. But here you see YAHAWAH. Allahayam. Allahayam. You understand? Yahawa Allahayam. So that's that. Most High. I am. Oh, wait. Hold up. Wait, guys. Hold on, guys. It says, I am Yahawa, but it says Anya instead of Ahaya again. Anya, huh? Anya, Anya, I, Yahawa. I am Yahawa. You feel? Where was y'all getting where did y'all get Ahaya from, bro? Because it literally will show up after Exodus chapter 3, verse 14. You can't find it. You see, I am there, but I am is replaced with Anya to just signify I, because we wouldn't have said I am. We would have just said I, Yahawa. That's how our language is. Why is that so difficult for people to understand? Why weren't you taught this by your elders? You feel what I'm saying? Is it because they didn't actually do the research? Because this wasn't hard. They have a website now. You don't have to go through the Dead Sea Scrolls and stuff like that. All you have to do is know what Lord is supposed to signify, right? Where Lord can be found in the Bible, and then go into HebrewOldTestament.com and find it. And the name is right here. The white man didn't lie about anything. They didn't implant YHWH like a camp tries to tell you that uses the name Ahaya. It's supposed to be Yahaya, but they implanted the YHWH. They implanted the Tetragrammaton. Well, tell me why. So are you saying that they implanted the Tetragrammaton and unimplanted the dang Ahaya? Because it's not in here. I am is still there, but it's not Ahaya. It's Anya. So don't believe the hype. They just don't know what they're talking about and don't want to correct themselves after they've been, seen as wrong. One more scripture to prove the Ahaya lights wrong, right? Let's get Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 9.
Ezekiel what?
35 and 9. And the brother that don't get it get Acts 4 and 12.
This is Ezekiel 35, verse 9. It said, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Most High.
And you shall know that Ahaya Shar Ahaya Yahawa? No. It says you shall know on Yahawa. Yahawa. So I don't know what else I need, bro, but that's the breakdown, you know what I'm saying, for Yahawa versus Ahaya.
Right.
I am is in the Bible, but wherever I am is, you don't find Ahaya. You know why? Because that's a first person tense. And nowhere else in the Bible are we ever talking per se to or nowhere else in the Bible is like there are first persons speaking in the name of the Most High. You understand what I'm saying? There's no I am any other time, because when the Lord is there, we know what his name is, and it's being referenced to him in the second person. You understand me? Because that's the correct way to reference another person that's not yourself. Second person, right? First person is me. I'm me. I am me. Those are all first person, right? But you are you. So for me to say you, if you a man, I say he. If you a girl, I say she, right? That's second person. Third person would be they, we. That's you and me. Brakata. So then took out of language arts, and it's supposed to be it's supposed to be Bible school. You know what I'm saying? But this is all stuff that you got to learn in order to get back to your culture. You got to learn, language arts, because you got to learn the language system of your language. That's where they're teaching it from. You know what I'm saying? They get their language arts from our stuff. They learned what a consonant was because our language is the one that derives, or is where consonants derives from. Hold on, I'm reading the comment. Jared. All we is the messengers, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to show everybody, because I actually spoke. I didn't know nothing about the name Yahoo until 2 days ago. And that's what made me want to do the lesson, because it was a sister who was on my timeline. You know what I'm saying? The name is Yahoo and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking, Yahoo, what happened to the other two letters? You know what I'm saying? You're using the Y and the H, but what happened to the W and the H? So what's the rest of the word, right? It's the same thing for the Yahites. If Yah would just come in, Yah this and Yah that, Yah, 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 Yah. Y'all sound like Busta Rhymes, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all supposed to have a name. Where's the rest of the name? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the name of the Most High. It's supposed to be made manifest into the people. Y'all just Yah, 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 Yah. Y'all supposed to be saying their whole name, bro. We got to get back to the name. So Acts 4 and 12.
That's the book of Acts, chapter 4 and verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
You feel? No other name given, man. Yeah, that's what I thought too. That's really what I thought it was, don't Taze. So that's what we got to understand, right? That there's no other name under heaven that you can call upon to be saved, man. There's only one name that you're going to be able to use to be a hedge that you're going to be able to go into, right, in your time of trouble. There's only one name that you're going to be able to call upon when Jacob trouble starts. And if you're saying the name wrong, he's not going to hear you, because the name was made manifest to the elect. The elect are going to praise his name. They're going to worship the Most High in spirit and in truth. The spirit and truth, part of that is knowing the actual truthful name of the Most High and teaching men so, right? Not teaching men you could call him yo play yogurt. Because that is blasphemy to the highest degree. If you don't want you being called yo, if your soldiers can't call you yo play yogurt, why would they be allowed to call the Most High yo play yogurt? If they can't call you jalapeno pepper, then how can they call the Most High jalapeno pepper? So, and yeah, there's brothers calling the Most High jalapeno pepper on videos that and they got a big old camps and stuff. So John 7:38. Let's get into Yahawashi a little bit.
That's crazy. I ain't never heard of that one.
Yeah, boy.
Con, this is John 7:38. He that believeth.
Slacky. Mariah, give me John 10:25. Go ahead, Judah.
Con, John 7:38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Out of the belly shall flow rivers of living water, man. So we're supposed to believe in the Most High and his Son, as the scriptures have said. In one of the scriptures, Proverbs 30:4 said, what is his son name? What is his name? What is his son name? Right? It gave you miracles that the Most High and only the Most High could do. And then it asked you, what is his name? Because you're supposed to know it. What's the name of the being that does all these great miracles? What's the name of the power of the universe? You feel what I'm saying? But brothers and sisters don't be really paying attention to that. They thinking that, we don't got to know the name as long as we just preaching this word. You feel what I'm saying? Yahawashi is the word. We don't got to call him Yahawashi. We could just say the word. He's the word of God. But he has a name too, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the word was there from the beginning, but they also said, that there's a Matthew 1:21 that we're going to read in a minute, where they gave the word a name other than the word. They told you what the name was because you're supposed to be able to say the name too, right? So give me John 10:25.
It's the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 25.
That's right. There's power in the name. Go ahead.
Yahawashi answered them, I told you, and ye believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me.
The works that he do in his Father's name, they bear witness of him, right? Did Yahawashi come on the scene like, in the name of Yahawa, I'm going to make this man be able to see? No, he came in the name of his Father. Literally. Yahawa Shah. In the name of his Father. So if the name is Yahawa, you calling him Yashaya, is he coming in the name of his Father? If his name is Yahawa and you calling him Yeshua, is he coming in the name of his Father? If his name is Yahawa and you calling him Jesus, is that in the name of the Father?
Not at all.
So why wouldn't the name of the Messiah matter just as much as the name of the Father? If the works and the miracles, one of which him saving us is supposed to be one of those works and miracles, right? One of the wonders of the world, how he saves the Israelites, how he brings us into our own land and allows the heathen to cleave onto us and us make them make them our slaves, right? How does all that happen if we don't know the actual name of the person that's saving us? You're supposed to say, oh, the word is here. Come on, bro.
No respect.
Y'all don't make no sense, bro. This is honestly one of the reasons why the Most High took us up out of here yet. Because brothers think it's acceptable to call him whatever he want. And then you ain't cool with your boss at work, the little short bald-headed Edomite with the glasses, that one, right? You ain't cool with him calling you, hey, black guy. But you can call the Most High jalapeno pepper? You call the Most High whatever you want. He don't care what you call him. As long as you believe in Christ. Oh, well, what about Christ? Does he want us to call him Christ? Jesus Christo?
Hey, Salaki, and Jake is quick to correct you when you say his name wrong.
Boy,
you know, they quick to correct you when you say their name wrong, but you could call the Most High whatever you want.
Yeah, bro. brother named Dravidius, and you call him Javon on accident. My name is Dravidius, nigga. Okay. But
Salaki out of one.
yeah, go ahead.
Just to land me back off how important that the name important the name is. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 7. Thou shalt not take the name of Yahawa thy power in vain, for
That's right.
Yahawa will not hold him guiltless that taketh his name in vain.
Mm-hmm. Right? You definitely taking his name in vain when you say you can call me whatever you want. Jalapeno pepper. Yeah. Come on, bruh. Y'all is not doing it right, man. That's the problem in Israel. What verse was you on, Ak? Did you finish? John?
Yeah, John 10 and 24.
Keep going. I want you to read the 27. We almost done. 3 more verses, y'all. Gonna be out early tonight.
Verse 26. But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you.
Yeah, so that's my stance. I used to say when I was at HOI, when we had that brother from New Orleans, they used to come and talk to us about the name every Saturday. This is how I learned the breakdown, if y'all ain't know. If you was watching this at HOI, there was a brother from New Orleans that used to wear a New York cap, right? A New York ball cap, New York Yankees. And he liked his hat so much that he cut a hole in the top of it so he could wear it at camp. And instead of just taking the hat off his head, he cut a hole in it so he could wear the Yankees hat. And he used to come at us talking about we don't know the name of the Most High. He thought it was Ahaya because of the group he studied with. And we thought it was Yahawa because of the elders we had. And we always used to politic. Every Saturday he used to come. That's how we got to know the brother. Because we used to literally fight him every week over the name of the Most High. So that's how I learned the breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Standing stiffly for the Most High and his son and their name. Preaching it to the word in 5 points. As the scriptures say. Right? Not teaching brothers we ain't got to know the name of the Most High. We fought this brother every single week with the scriptures, trying to teach him what the name of the Most High is because it's that important. You understand what I'm saying? It's that important. So, keep reading. Or was that it?
You said verse 7, verse 27.
Yeah, that was it?
No, I read verse 26.
Okay, come. Yeah, read that.
Book of John, chapter 10, verse 27. My sheep hear my voice.
Oh, yeah, come.
And I know them, and they follow me.
Come. Yeah. No man could have learned something, but he was reprobate. But yeah, man, the sheep hear his voice, man, and the sheep gonna know his name too. So if you don't know the name of the Most High and you're looking for it, he got you looking for it because you might be one of the sheep. Ask my folks. I was coming downstairs every damn day when I first came into the truth. Talking to my folks. I get home from school, from college or whatever, and the name of the Most High is Yahawashi, or I was calling him Yahawashi. Yahawashi. Because the junk look Chinese to me. I'm trying to use vowel words. I'm be honest with you. His name Yahawashi. They like, what? Huh? So I went and kept looking. I found Yahshua and Yahusha, and I'm like, okay, that probably sound better. That make more sense. But then I realized, as I kept doing my research, ain't no vowels in Hebrew. So I'm like, wait, U and E is vowels, so it can't be Yahshua or Yahusha. It got to be something else. Now I remember, Yahawashi, huh? That word that I found don't have no vowels in it, except for I. But then I realized what that was too. It wasn't actually an I in its beginning form, right? It looked like this. Let me show y'all one more time. Give me Matthew 1:21.
The book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21. You want that now? You better bring something out first.
No, bring it up.
All right, come. This is Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahawashi, but he shall save his people from their sins.
Mm-hmm. She shall call his name Yahawashi. Because here's how I was able to put two and two together with Yahawashi's name, right? You go look it up, and they tell you Yahshua is his name, right? But then you go and look up what the definition of Yahshua, what it means. They tell you it's the same definition or the same transliteration, same word as Joshua. So that means Joshua and Yahawashi had the same name. So if you want to know what the real name of Yahawashi is, then you find out what the real name of Joshua was, right? It can't be Joshua because it starts with the letter J. So if you take out the J and replace it with a Y, it becomes Yahshua, right? But then if there's no vowel letters in Hebrew, as we read earlier, right? So we know that that's fact. You can't have the O in it or the U. So what would his name be if it's not Yahshua and it can't have any vowel sounds in it and it has to start with a Y, right? Yahawashi. And it's right here. Yahawa, huh? So now we got coming in his father's name, Shah. You understand? And as we read earlier, with the hieroglyphs and the Proto-Canaanite languages, the I was represented by a eyeball symbol, which later, because of the Phoenicians, got turned into a circle, right? And here it is written in that script with the circle. Every time you see a word or a letter, a character that would make the I sound, right? It would start with an O. You feel what I'm saying? So, if I'm not mistaken, Brother Ikarab's name starts with that same character. His name is Ikarab. So, yeah. So, Matthew 121 said that his name would be Yahawashi. And this is what we have here, Joshua, right? So, the question would be, where did they get Yashaya from? Well, right quick, let me show you. If even the internet tells you that the Most High's son's name is supposed to mean the same thing as Joshua, that would mean his name would be the same as Joshua's name. When you go look up Yashaya, it comes back as the name of a different prophet whose name means something slightly different from Yahawashi and Joshua's name. Very important prophet, but not exactly Yahawashi, right? This, brothers and sisters, is Yashaya. 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 And look where we are. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 1, verse 1. The prophet Isaiah. So the word Yashaya, Yashaya comes from Isaiah. This is Isaiah's real name. Yashaya. Yahawa. Right? So that's where Yashaya comes from. It's incorrect to call Yahawashi Yashaya because this is clearly, as you can see with your eyeballs, this is Isaiah's name. And Yahawashi's name is supposed to be equivalent with Joshua. And Joshua and Isaiah have two different names. The name that matches Joshua is Yahawashi in the Paleo Hebrew. The name that matches Isaiah in the Paleo is Yashaya. So it would be incorrect to reference Hamashiach Yahawashi as Yashaya because you're actually inadvertently referencing Isaiah the prophet. You understand what I'm saying? So that's that on that. Any questions? Y'all gotta have some questions. This is Hebrew. Give me John chapter 17, verse 6 one more time. Give me Acts chapter 4, verse 12 one more time.
You said Acts 4 and 12?
Yeah, in John 17, 6. I want 17, 6 first. Shalom, Jared.
It's the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 6. I have
go ahead. Oh, Slaki. I'm talking to myself. I see the brother had a question.
I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world.
You what?
I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world.
So no longer should it be known or said by anybody on Facebook or in person, regardless what camp you come from, whether you're in a camp or not, that the Most High never manifested his name, because we know what the name of the Most High is. It should no longer be a thing that said that the name of the Most High could be whatever you want the Most High's name to be. Because if you are going to be part of the elect 144,000 Most High will, the name has to be manifested unto you. Not a name, but the name, meaning there's only one correct one. And for you to be part of the elect, the people who the Most High gave to a Mashiach Yahawashi from the world, Israel, right? The Israelites who will be of the elect that get to walk with Hamashiach Yahawashi will have to know the name that he manifested. So what is that name? What is his son's name? If thou can tell. Give me Acts chapter 4, verse 12.
This book of Acts chapter 4, verse 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved.
Mm-hmm. There's no other name given among men. Now, before we get into the questions, the Big Bang. Let's look at some scrolls. Before we get into the real scrolls, I just want to show y'all this picture right here, so I can see everything highlighted. I can't zoom in on it, but the highlighted part is, this is an excerpt from the Psalms and the Dead Sea Scrolls. So you see in this one psalm, whatever psalm this is, there's the Most High's name, YHWH, YAHAWAH, Yahawa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times in this one verse. Tell me that ain't the name of the Most High, and I'll tell you a liar. Now, let's look at some real scrolls. The water YAHAWAH is showing me how to do this. Now, here you're going to see the Tetragrammaton in two different dialects, right? If you can see this, can y'all see this? Let me look and see if y'all can see this. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so, all right. This one, Yod, Hey, Wab, Hey, right? Yod, Hey, Wab, Hey. This is Isaiah, if I'm not tripping. Brother has some bad penmanship, but he fine though. Shout out to Yashaya. Don't feel bad if your penmanship is bad, y'all, because some of the prophets was in a rush when they was writing, boy. But look, Yod, Hey, Wab, Hey, right? Yod, Shlaki. YAHAWAH. Ending. HAWAH. YAHAWAH. You see the name of the Most High? Two different types of Hebrew. You understand me? Let's look at another one. This took like 5 minutes to find, y'all. It was very easy. I'll even show you how to do that at the end of this. Okay, we put that one up. Now we gotta do this one. Oh, hold up. Esau trying to mess me up now. Y'all give me a second. I might end up falling off.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they about to do me.
There you go. Up. Gone. Yeah, he gone.
Yeah.
Hey, but look, this was a good lesson because of you don't know, hey, because there's a lot of people with a lot of different names, and you run into them a lot. And there's a lot of brothers who really believe that it does not matter, like what the name is. So, like with this lesson right here, he even taught me some things on how to bring that out. You know what I'm saying? So I got some scriptures on how important it is. I'll wait for him to get back.
Sorry about that, y'all. They got me. They caught up with me in my internet connection.
Once every 2 weeks.
Yeah. They let me go the last 2 weeks, so they had to,
Yeah.
Had to mess me up. All right. Which one is this? This is a song. Okay, this is a song. So we're gonna zoom in about right here. And what is that you see right in your face? YAHAWAH. This was either written by David or Asaph, and it's YAHAWAH right in your face. See that? These are the scrolls of your ancestors in the library of Esau. All right, so that's one right there. I think that's the only one on this page, if I'm not tripping. Yeah. Oh, is that? Nah, that ain't it. Yeah, so that's it on this page. And we got these little tiny fragments. Yeah, like if y'all can see, it's fragmented. They have it torn up, ripped up, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? They got all type of stuff. You know, here, look, I didn't even look at this one. I found it right. It's right in your face on this picture. Look at that. One here, Yahawaha, 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 Yahawaha. I didn't even see this. You see what I'm saying? It's easy, man. It's easy to find the Most High's name on the scrolls. You see it. It's written different. You want to know why it's written different? Let me explain this to you. You see, this is all looking like a form of contemporary Hebrew, right? A little bit of the Assyrian, but here we got like, or a little bit of the contemporary. But here we have like an Assyrian version of the Hebrew here. We have like this is complete Paleo. The reason why is because the prophets didn't have a way to translate the name as far as Paleo. I mean, as far as contemporary was concerned, they were trying to keep the name as authentic as possible, so they kept it in its original form every time they wrote it, right? Until it was brought into that contemporary form or the Assyrian form of Hebrew. So this Paleo form right here, it's written like that, even though the rest of the Hebrew isn't like that. It's because they were trying to preserve the name of the Most High. So the prophets were writing it like this on purpose, because this is the original way that it was written. YHWH, Tetragrammaton. This is how they got the Tetragrammaton the way it is, because they know that even though this is a newer style of Hebrew here, they still were writing the name of the Most High in its original form, because they wanted it to look as original as as original as it could look, as preserved as it could possibly be. You understand what I'm saying? So they continue to write it in its original form, Paleo form, the Proto-Cynatic form, right? YHWH, YAHAWAH, Yahawa. And that's the name. We got one more picture, and then we'll answer some questions. Yeah, come. Learned that from YAHAWAH too. He did a whole lesson on this, my first new moon with HOI, or was it? No, our first Sons of Thunder new moon. One of the first new moons we had. He did the whole lesson. This one is huge, but I think it's easy to find on here too. Yeah, look at that. All right, let's go to the beginning of the page. They got damn near the whole scroll for this one. This is also a psalm. It look like, I don't know which psalm it is. I can't tell by the way this is written. This little piece on the side, but it's a psalm. So we got YAHAWAH right here. Move down. YAHAWAH. YAHAWAH. Right to left. YAHAWAH. This is it, man. YAHAWAH. YAHAWAH. No Ahaya in here anywhere. No Yahoo in here anywhere. No Yah in here anywhere. No Yahawa in here anywhere. Why is Yahawa not here? Because you're missing one of the consonant sounds. You're missing the second H. You're saying Yahwah without this H right here. So you're saying Yahawaha. So Yahwah, not Yahawaha. You understand? So you're not saying the full name if you say Yahweh, like some of the Old Testament brothers say. So that's still incorrect. You got to say each letter of the name. If you don't pronounce every letter of YAHAWAH's name, you don't say YAHAWAH, right? You'll say something different. If you don't pronounce every letter in my name, you won't say Allah ya Allah or Al ya Al. You'll say something different. We say Kanal because we're pronouncing the K, the A, the N, and the A, and the L. Kanal. Ka-anala. Kanal. So, same thing with Ikarab. Same thing with Nikwam. All the brothers. Judah, Araya. It's all the same thing. When you say their name, you're saying the letters in the consonant form. And you're shorting the N sound of the letters to make an abbreviated version of the word. Because each of our names could have a long version or an abbreviated version, right? It's because of the way that our language works. So this is the name of the Most High, man. It's right here, everywhere on this scroll. You can't miss it. Here it is again, right? Here it is again. So we could do this till the cows come home, because like it's a whole bunch of scrolls on. One more time. All right, this is the Dead Sea Scrolls Digital Library, Leon Levy. You understand me? This is a fake Jew who did this. So even they know what the name of the Most High is. They got their 9 stand-up candelabra right here. Yeah, these are all the scrolls, man. These are the scrolls that they have. They have 62 scrolls of Psalms in the library right now. You could go look through any of these, right? DeadSeaScrolls.org. Yeah. Just to show y'all how I got to this page right quick. You go to the Tetragrammaton wiki page. See, Tetragrammaton, Wikipedia. Scroll down to contents, textual evidence. Scroll down till you get to the second chart. It says Paleo Hebrew. See, that's the square, and that's the Tetrapuncture, right? These are all, what would you call it? Sources that you would find the original writings, you know what I'm saying, from our ancestors and things that they translated it from, transliterations and all that type, original transliterations. So all of these on this side where it says Paleo Hebrew are all the different places you can find scrolls. And when you click these links, it brings you to the link of the scroll. So these aren't all the scrolls per se, but these are all the links where you can find the Tetragrammaton, right? All the scrolls or all the links to scrolls where you can find the Tetragrammaton. And when you click these links, as I showed you, say we click this one for Psalm, or you know what, let's go to Micah, since Micah is not a huge book, right? And then they only have one page for Micah. You see that? This is all they have in the library for the book of Micah. But if you was to, I don't think I saw Yahawa in here. No. So that's how it goes, man. These are the songs. They got Levi, Psalms, more Psalms, Isaiah, Deuteronomy. You know what I'm saying? You can read them on your own time. But just wanted to show you how to get there right quick so that you could go and view that on your own. Let you know that, yeah, Esau does have our records still. Not all of them in the Vatican. Some of them are online for you to see yourself. So, questions. I know Jared said he had a question. What's your questions?
Hey, Salaki.
Let me put this up here so y'all can read that. I can't pronounce this word. I'll be trying to. I'm like, Tetrapuncture. I think I said it right that time. Are 4 dots that substitute the Lord's name when they begin to stop writing his name. So for those of you that don't know, some of the prophets got lazy, didn't want to have to keep writing his name in that perfect form, so they just put dots, dot. No, dot. You understand? When you saw the 4 dots, it was supposed to signify that the Most High's name is supposed to be there. So sometimes when you're looking through these scrolls, if you go do it on your own time, you will see, well, really, you could go and hit the Tetrapuncture on that Tetragrammaton link. Instead of going to Paleo Hebrew, click the links to that, and it'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. you'll see the dot, 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 right? So good input there, YAHAWAH. He also says the Dead Sea Scrolls can be viewed in person only by appointment. You see that? So you can also go and view your ancestors' work in person. Sidebar. All right.
It's lucky.
So wait, yeah, go ahead.
Jared does have a question, but Lady Tech asked one question before this, which she just reiterated. I wanted to touch on that. She asked, why did the heathen take us to make us right from the left to the right instead of right to left? And I'm gonna give my 2 cents on it, and you let me know if I'm tripping.
Go ahead.
Right? My 2 cents is because they the damn devil and they operate on the left hand side. So like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Of making us go from from left to right. I think they operate on the left hand side, so they made us do everything from the left hand side. Just like in the home, you go left, 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 right, left. They go from left to right. That's just my 2 cents, but I could be tripping. I don't know.
That's a good explanation. Another reason is because they sought to change the times, the seasons, and everything like that. Literally, our history along with it. Easiest way to do that is to change the way we think and the way we write, and the way our brain works. And we were people who naturally go from right to left. If you switch everything around, it makes it basically puts us in a more of a docile state where we have like a free brain campus. Now you can make us believe whatever you want because you wiped out all of our previous knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? So making us right left to right was just another form of that. Just, implanting wickedness to make us do things separate from what we're used to doing. It's no different than calling the Most High God and calling Hamashiach Yahawashi Christ instead of calling him by his real name. They know that we have to call him by his real name, right? But they don't want us to get the reverence of that and know how important it is. So they give us substitutes, and we'd rather hold on to the substitutes than call him by his real name. You know what I'm saying? It's like brothers would rather add vowels to the Hebrew when there's no vowels in the Hebrew, and they tell you there's no vowels in the Hebrew. Just because you're used to using vowels, because that's what they've given you and programmed you to be used to using from time after time after time, then that's what you're going to be used to. You know what I'm saying? And your brain is naturally going to keep trying to retract to that. Go ahead.
Hey, I got some precept after you finish asking some questions on the importance of the calling on the name of the Most High. I feel like that's important. But go ahead.
Hold on, I'm trying to find this day.
So he offended.
I did not look at this. This is a lot. Boy. Y'all gonna help me find them 4 dots right quick?
Yeah, all right.
Nah, this one too big. It's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. I'm trying to show you an example right quick so y'all can see what the Tetrapuncture is. The punctuation of the Tetragrammaton. 4 punctuations. And every time I look, bro, they give me goodness gracious. Hold on. It should be very easy to find if I could see it, John. Is this what that is? Nope, that's a hand smudge. Edomites messing up the ink and stuff. I don't know. I can't find it. This junk is really, really small. But I did see it was on the outside of the page, so let me show y'all this right quick. Look, if you could see these dots right here, this is what it would look like. Dot, 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 dot. So you got Hebrew words, dot, 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 right here. Right? This would be an example of the tetrapuncture. If I can find you guys a good one, I will show it to you. But that's what it looks like. All these links is trash. Okay, this might be easier to find. Here we go. All right, perfect. Pay attention. Like one of the dots got cut off here, but this would be an example. It's not them writing dot 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 to like continue a sentence. That's the abbreviation of the Most High's name here because they couldn't write it in its perfect form. So they just wrote dot 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 as in the Tetragrammaton, you know, to let everybody know this is where the Most High's name should be. We're gonna signify the 4 characters of his letters with 4 dots instead of writing them out. So that's Tetrapuncture. 4 punctuations of the Tetragrammaton. Pick another one. Okay. Hold on. It probably gonna be a good one right after that. So let's see. This is not. Hold on, y'all. Slide. But read Jared question for me right quick while I look for this, so I can answer it.
Yeah, Jared had asked. He said, "What is Gabaray Hebrew? Ghabaray Hebrew?"
I probably gotta see what you talking about.
You said what?
He said, "What is Gabaray Hebrew?"
Yeah,
I don't know.
I never heard of that.
Me neither. I thought you see on the picture.
Here go another good one that this asked Dr. Jones. She says, "So Yahawa's name had to be written in perfect form. I'm trying to understand that more. Like I can write it, but I'm certain I'm not writing it exactly how I wish to." So she's saying, "Does
practice makes perfect."
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not gonna say it had to be written perfect, but they wanted to write it to preserve the name. You know what I'm saying? If you write the characters as best of your ability and you say the characters right, then it's straight. But they were writing it to preserve the name, is what I'm trying to tell you. They knew that this was going to be brought to a different generation, a generation that they didn't know how long it was going to be for. So they had to make sure everything was preserved perfectly. That's how the Most High planned it. They got all these fragments. Here you go, one. I'm about to say, they ain't got no. All right. This is hard to see, but you see the 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Right in your face. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You understand? Ink is coming off the page. It look like a piece of cardboard, but it's there. So that is the Tetrapuncture. And sister, if you can't write the name perfectly, you know something you could do to you know, if you're trying to get back to the Paleo and you can't write the characters, you know, to the like the way that the prophets was doing it, just write the Tetrapuncture, 4 dots. If it was right for them to do it, why it wouldn't be right for you?
That's right.
But the point is that the pronunciation is what we're trying to get right? You know what I'm saying? There's no vowel, so there's only one way to pronunciate the name is what we're trying to say. That's the main point of the lesson. Not really how to write it. It's the pronunciation. The pronunciation is YAHAWAH. Those are the pronunciation of the letters. You can't mispronounce a name if you're saying the letters of the name the way that the letters are, you know, pronounced. And letters originally only have one sound. You see what I'm saying? So the A would have always made the ah sound. W instead of, you know, they'll tell you in English, W makes the wah sound, right? Wah, W. Where'd they get that from? Because in Paleo, the W was a wah. It wasn't a W, it was called wah. You understand what I'm saying? So they get the sound for the letters that we have in English from the actual alphabet of Hebrew, because that's what the letters were. Instead of the sounds being vowel sounds now, the letters themselves were consonants. So that was the sound of the letter was the letter. You feel me? V is the V sound and it makes the V sound, right? So today they've made the V a consonant. The V didn't exist when we was around, so the V's version was the W. Wah. We had wah, right? That's why they say Yahawa, we say Yahawa, because that's what they use to replace our W, the V. Same thing. They have vowels, we have consonants. We have right to left, they have left to right. Feel? So, yeah. Was y'all able to see that?
Con.
Yeah, con,
The Tetrapuncture?
con.
Yep. Okay, just making sure. All right. I'm trying to make sure I didn't just do that. We cannot, hold on. We cannot make you mark this down. If I were you, I would be looking at these fragments for myself. You understand what I'm saying? Yahawaha says Proto-Canaanite is the term for the dialect that we speak. You understand me? So that's the term of the dialect, right? Paleo Hebrew is Proto-Canaanite, use of consonants instead of vowels. Hey, you are very welcome, Jared. That's what we're here for, Ak. Any other questions? She said, Freed Spirit says this intensifies the hate for Esau. We don't know our own language. You see what I'm saying? And there's a reason why. They literally beat it out of you. They made sure that you couldn't speak. They made sure that if you spoke your language, you got your teeth knocked out your mouth or you got your tongue cut off so you couldn't speak to nobody again. That's how Esau is. So that's the reason why our brothers and sisters ain't even trying to get back to their culture and their heritage and their real language. They don't want it because their spirit naturally is just cool with speaking English because it was beat into them. You know what I'm saying? Or their spirit is cool with speaking Spanish because it was beat into them, or French because it was beat into them. So we have to get back to, wanting what's ours and taking it. The saints got to take the kingdom. Part of that is taking back what they stole from us too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's our heritage, our culture, our book, our language. All of that has to be taken back because until we take it, they're going to continue to try to use it. We have to let them know it's ours. It's our money and we need it now. You feel? So, yeah, we lost. Lost is crap, man. How can someone reach you brothers on Facebook? Add us. We all got Facebook pages. We got the Sons of Thunder Israelite Facebook page that y'all need to add. That's where we go live for the videos for camp. Sisters and everything ain't been able to come to camp and children because of the coronavirus and the amount of homeless people that live around us. You know what I'm saying? The amount of unfortunate jakes. So don't want nobody getting sick. Y'all can watch the live from that video. Any updates that we have, any debates that we do or anything like that, they always get announced on that platform as far as the Facebook is concerned. So y'all can get in touch with us there. And all of us are friends on we're all connected from the Sons of Thunder page. So if you want to get in contact with us on our actual Facebook pages, you could do that through the Sons of Thunder Israelites Facebook page. All said, Panda Wolf, you are misleading the people with your attempt to teach. Who's Panda Wolf? I haven't seen that person chat or Canaanite is Semitic dialect, not Shemitic. Okay, if you were listening to what I was saying, see, this is the problem with you YAHAWAHites, right? This is the same thing that the sister tried to tell me before. Canaanite, the Protocynatic is a language system that includes Paleo Hebrew, Canaanite, Phoenician, and part of Egyptian dialects, right? So all Shemitic languages, Arabic, Hebrew, whatever else Shemitic people speak, you understand me? The language of the Canaanites who lived around the Shemitic people, right? The Phoenicians who lived around the Shemitic people, and the Egyptians who lived around the Shemitic people. So it's all languages that we spoke, they adopted, right? If you are familiar with the scriptures, we all spoke the language of Hebrew, right? And that's the language all languages derive from if you know anything about languages themselves. So why would it be far-fetched that, the language we speak, Proto-Canaanite, the language system it comes from, you know what I'm saying, would be the same language that the Canaanites speak or similar language. And they call it Canaanite now because they don't want to give us reference to the land, right? You have to remember the land was just inhabited by white people a couple years ago, right? 1948. So before 1948, everything according to scientists from that land wasn't considered Israelite no more or Israeli. It was considered Canaanite. So for the last 300, 400 years, everything that's come out of that region has been considered Canaanite. This is why you see this, which is what I showed earlier, which you clearly wasn't here to see for some reason. So we're going to bring it out one more time, right? Proto-Canaanite, also referred to as Proto-Canaan, Old Canaanite, or Canaanite, is the name given to the Proto-Canaanite script. You understand what I'm saying? So the name given to the Proto-Canaanite languages of the Northwest Shemitic language family, right? Spoken by the Phoenicians, the ancient Shemitic people, which is going to say the child systems and everything like that. It was spoken by the Phoenician, the Hebrew, and the Canaanite people to the point where all the dialects were largely indistinguishable before the 11th century BC. So this was not the fact that they're calling it Proto-Canaan or Canaanite languages isn't to say that it was Canaanite that we get it from, which is the misconception that you guys have, right? Because if I type in Canaanite, I'll do that for you right quick. Canaanite writing, right? You get hieroglyphic types mess, you feel? But then if I go to the Hebrew, right, you get these. You see, that's the A right there. Look at this. This Aleph is the same letter that the thing on my hat, on my crown start with, right? You see the A? It's the same thing. Can y'all see me right now? Yeah. You see the A right there? It's the same symbol right here. All the way on the right side of your screen at the top. It's the same thing. If you see it? So this is what I'm trying to show you. Like it's all the same language system because it's Proto-Canaanite. We all spoke the same language. You understand what I'm saying? He said the Most High did everything and he separated the people into the bounds of the children of Israel. That included the languages too. When he separated their languages, he also did it according to the language of the children of Israel, Hebrew, right? The first tongue that we ever spoke on the planet was called cuneiform. And you know what? When you look at cuneiform, they call it Old Canaanite. We know it wasn't no damn Canaanites in Mesopotamia because they didn't exist yet, right? But they still call it Old Canaanite. You know why? Because they call that whole region was known as the region of Canaan before 1948. That's what they were calling it, right? So that's what you got to understand. So it's not that it's Canaanite that we're speaking. You feel me? We're speaking Paleo Hebrew. It's just that Canaanite is in the same family that Paleo Hebrew is in. It's all Proto-Canaanite languages. See? Cuneiform is Akkadian. And we all spoke that. Right? When you go look back at it, they'll tell you that Akkadian or the Assyrian, right? Because Akkadians and Assyrians are damn near the same people. So they'll now they tell you we have an Assyrian Hebrew, right? This Assyrian Hebrew is no different than the Paleo Hebrew. It's no different than Proto-Canaanite. It's no different than the Mesopotamian cuneiform. It's all basically the same thing. They're all Proto-Canaanite languages. They come from the same language family. See? Yeah, exactly. Khan, Abraham's language. And that brings me to the spirit. Okay. Last two scriptures and then we finish. I wanted to bring this out. Because the brother did say something that I forgot. Give me Genesis chapter 17. Somebody else give me Genesis 26. He said that this is Abraham's language. Let's show you that Abraham and Isaac also knew the name of the Most High. Right? It don't just start in Exodus. And then that would be it. But I want to bring that out right quick, right? It's nothing Canaanite. They just consider everything from that region to be Canaanite because that was the, name of the place. It was called Canaan. The Canaanites had the land. Because we're the Israelites, they don't want the Israelites to run the world. They look at us as thieves or something. So instead of calling the place Israel or Proto-Israeli or Proto-Israelite, whatever they want to call it, they would rather call it Proto-Canaanite. The same way that instead of saying that Jacob just got what the Most High had set aside from him from the beginning as far as the blessings are concerned, they would say that we stole the blessing from Esau. It's no different. So they just decide to use the word Canaanite instead of Israelite. But it's still a Proto-Shemitic language. They could have said Proto-Shemitic. It would have been the same damn thing. Right? And it would have been no misconception between whether it's Canaanite or Israelite. Brothers only don't want to use this language system, the Lashawan Kadash, because it's known as Proto-Canaanite on the internet. It's not a real language. I didn't have that junk, but it just told you here. If you read that article again, right? It says that the Proto-Cynatic languages included Paleo Hebrew and Phoenician along with the Canaanite languages. And they also tell you that it also includes the Egyptian hieroglyphs because that's where the system comes from, as far as the alphabet and the way it looks, the symbol. So, come on. So Genesis 17:1.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 17 and verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, Yahawa appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am
Wait, whoa. Who appeared unto Abram?
Yahawa.
Ahaya.
Yahawa.
It says Ahaya.
No, it says Yahawa.
Oh, for real?
Come.
Damn. Okay, go ahead.
And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, Yahawa appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
Walk before me and be thou perfect, right? Jump to verse 18. Jump to chapter 18 and verse 11.
Chapter 18, verse 11. Now Abraham and Sarah were old and well stricken in age, and it ceased to be with Sarah after the manner of woman.
Yeah, keep going.
Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I am waxed old, shall I have pleasure?
So she's like, hey, Most High gonna give me a baby, even though I'm an old lady? Go ahead.
My Lord being old also.
And you know, he old too. Like, you gonna help us out like that? Go ahead.
And Yahawa said unto Abraham.
And who?
And Yahawa said unto Abraham.
Go ahead.
Wherefore did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I of surety bear a child, which am old?
Keep going.
Is anything too hard for Yahawa?
Is anything too hard for who?
Is anything too hard for Yahawa?
Ahaya.
Yahawa.
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 Yada yada.
Yahawa.
Yo, play yogurt.
Yahawa.
You understand what I'm saying? It don't fit, bro. Our forefather had the name. And he only said it one way. Let's get another one. Let's get that's our forefather's forefather. Now let's get the forefather's forefather. Let's get Isaac, right? Let's get Genesis 26 and 18, and then we're gonna be finished.
This book of chapter
I don't know. Like somebody asked about books. I personally don't know any books. All I know is the scrolls. And there's nothing that you can't find on Google right now where you could prove that the Tetragrammaton is the only thing that you have to reference the 4 letters that make up the Most High's name, right? There's even videos right now where scientists are trying to prove, because, you know, they've already made the mistake a couple years ago on CNN. I showed you the article by saying that the white man and the black man got one mitochondrial ancestor in common, right? So they let us know that they believe in the Bible inadvertently, because the Bible tells us that the white man and the so-called black man only have one ancestor in common, and that's the wife of the man that we're about to read about right now, Rebecca and Isaac, right? So, with that being said, scientists since then have come out with videos saying that the Tetragrammaton is in every person's DNA now. You can look into a spectrum and look at how the DNA curvature is, and when you turn it to the side, they say it makes the characters YHWH, but in the Paleo Hebrew. So they're saying when you turn, hold on, where's Tetragrammaton? Oh my goodness, I messed it up. Okay, I can't find it right now. But when you turn the Yahawa in the Tetragrammaton on the side, it's saying that it's supposed to make the little curvy symbol that the DNA symbol is. You know the little curved DNA symbol? It got strings and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? It's saying when you turn that to the side and you connect all the letters, the 4 letters of Yahweh's name, it's supposed to make that curved DNA mark symbol. So y'all can go look up those videos on your own time. But that's even something that Esau's trying to say to try to validate and prove that even science knows the name of God. Because of course they don't want you to believe in the Bible. So Genesis 26:18. We'll be finished.
Book of Genesis, chapter 26, verse 18. And Isaac digged again the wells of water, which they had digged in the days of Abraham his father. For the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham. And he called their names after the names by which his father had called them. And Isaac's servants digged in the valley and found there were a well of springing water.
Keep going.
And the herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen, saying, the water is ours. And he called them of the well Ezek, because they strove with him. And they digged another well and strove for that also. And he called the name of it Sitnah. And he removed from this and digged another well. And for that they strove not. And he called the name of it Rehoboth. Said, for now the Most High have made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land. And he went up from thence to Beersheba, and the Most High appeared unto him the same night, and said, I am the power of Abraham thy father.
I am what?
I am the power of Abraham thy father.
So now he's saying, hey, I'm the one that your daddy was talking to every night. Go ahead.
Fear not, for I am with thee, and will bless thee, and multiply thy seed for thy servant Abraham's sake.
What verse you on?
I'm about to start on 25.
All right, come read that.
And he builded an altar there, and called upon the name of the Most High, and pitched his tent there. And there our servants digged the well.
So he called upon the name of the Most High, man. The name Yahawa, the same name that his mama said, the same name that his daddy said, the same name that his wife gonna say, right? It's all the same name. And this is Genesis. Right? So that's what you gotta understand. Khan, I'm not even gonna answer them questions no more. If you want to believe Yahweh, then believe that. We're gonna stick to Yahweh. Because Yahweh got the power. As my parents would say. So with that, man, if y'all don't have no more questions, the Most High's name is Yahawa. Whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not. And his son's name is Yahawashi. Whether you like it, understand it, believe it or not. Right? We proved it. We showed it in the scriptures, in the not blue letter Bible, but we could have went there. I left that out on purpose because a white man made it, and I didn't want y'all all that comfort. You know what I'm saying? So we brought y'all the Hebrew Old Testament using the Paleo Hebrew characters. You can't deny it. Even Esau says that it's Paleo Hebrew. He ain't trying to deny it. You shouldn't either. He got more information than you do. He has actual artifacts and stuff to go back to. All you got is a doctrine that some Negro with a beard taught you. So, with that, if all of our stuff lines up and y'all don't got no questions about the name, I am Ahaya. Who are y'all brothers?
I'm Soldier Jew.
Soldier Raya.
These are the sons of thunder Israelites. It is our hope and prayer, desire to the Most High that all Israel might be saved, right? If they call on the name of the Most High.
That's right.
Okay. Call Allah Yahawa by Shema Mashiach Yahawashi, Barakatham and Shamartham. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.